This week for Trash to Treasure Thursday, I'll show you how to take some stuff that Mother Nature provided for us in the last windstorm and turn it into a really cute little plant stand for the front porch of your dollhouse. Join me and see how easy this Trash to Treasure project is. Alright, so today's Trash to Treasure project, I actually got the idea one day last summer. A friend of mine had moved and I was trying to find her new house. So I was driving down the street looking at house numbers and I happened to notice on this one lady's, or some lady's, one house, the front porch had this really cool plant stand. And they had some really pretty plants on it. But what they had done is they had just taken, it looked like anyway, chunks of log, of wood. And they had somehow managed to make them stand up. And they had 3 of them. And so I thought, well, that would make a really cool mini project. So I cut these. I decided to do this because if you watched my videos regularly, you know that a couple of weeks ago, in fact, a couple of different times, we've had some pretty bad wind and rainstorms here. And it's taken down lots of branches in my yard and on the property. So I went out and looked at branches and I found this one. I thought, well, this will be kind of cool. I can just cut this up. So basically what you need is you need a branch, or you could probably use a dowel. You know, if you don't have a branch, use a chunk of dowel, but it won't be as rustic looking. But it'll still work, be a different look. I brought this in. It's about, let me measure the diameter. I didn't even measure this. It's about a little over a ½ inch in diameter. You want someplace between a ½ inch and an inch. Size isn't all that critical on this. And I actually brought in a chunk of wood. I put it on some aluminum foil on a baking sheet and I baked it in my oven at 250 for about an hour, just in case there were any bugs in here. You know, sometimes when you bring in things like this from outside, you bring in little critters, and I didn't want any little critters living in my dollhouse. So I baked that off and got it cooled off, and then I cut 3 pieces, and these things I'm going to have to seal them with a spray sealer too. This one is about 2½ inches. This is about 1.5 inches. It's about 1 inch. Any height you want. I did find that my razor saw was the best thing to use to cut it with, because when I tried to cut it with my easy cutter, it cracked. So now I've got my glue gun heated, and yeah, you don't see me use a glue gun very often. I don't really like the glue gun, but this is another one of those projects where glue gun is probably just about perfect. I'm going to glue it together. And hopefully I didn't put enough glue on that it's going to show too bad. And then when this is dry, I will come back and I'll show you how it looks with some plants on. Okay, so the glue is dry. I think this turned out really cute. It looks a lot like the one I saw on that porch. And I really quickly threw together some little plants here. Let's put a little glue on the tops of our wood. Now, gluing your plants on is totally optional. I'm going to, just so they'll stay on for easier to do pictures and stuff. You could also use that sticky wax stuff that's available if you want to just put them on temporarily. But since I just really quickly made these plants, I'll just really quickly glue them on too. But this would be cute if you were going to just put them on temporarily. Come on, stick on. I need to try to make sure these were going to fit. I just really quickly threw this together. But there. So that way you can kind of see how this is going to work. But I think that is just as cute in miniature as it was in real life. And it'll add some life and some kind of just a cute little bit of color and stuff on the side of your dollhouse porch or wherever. So I hope you enjoyed this Trash to Treasure project. Join us again and see what we do next time. And be sure and read the blog and check the Facebook page. I'll talk to you later. Bye.